let's talk about the Microsoft Exchange Server Hafnium Patch.
Yeah, so Microsoft has released a bunch of security patches or updates for the Exchange server. So if anybody is familiar with corporate email, Exchange Server has been a mainstay of it for the longest time. People are migrating to Office 365 or Microsoft 365 as it's called now, and that's the same thing. It's an Exchange Server, but in the cloud, on Microsoft's cloud. So this Hafnium attack specifically leverages patches that are required on Exchange Server on-premise.
Okay.
And they are saying that it is likely that it is some Chinese hacking group that is taking advantage of this flaw in the Exchange Server web interface to install what are called web shells, basically the web interface. So instead of reading an email, it gives you control over the server that is hosting that web interface. So even the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, the CISA in the US, in March, on the 5th, they did a general advisory saying, please update your on-prem Exchange environment. And then on March 6th, the day later, they said, we are aware of domestic and international exploitation of these vulnerabilities. Now, here are some resources that you can use to confirm and determine if your systems are compromised. Brian Krebs has reported that it's at least 30,000 servers or organizations that have been hit, and likely 250,000 organizations in total that are vulnerable. And they're saying that it's attacking people. Thousands of new servers are being added every hour.
Every hour.
Every hour.
So this is prolific then.
Mm-hmm. They realize that the patch is out, so the hacking groups are moving into high gear to compromise as many systems as possible, because once they get in and put in their backdoor software, even if you patch the hole that allowed them to get in, they're still inside.
Great.
Mm-hmm. So patch, apply mitigation. Microsoft has got a bunch of things that you can do. And I even read that there is a web application firewall company that's released patches, or not patches, but rules that will block the exploit from happening as long as your Exchange server is behind their mitigation. But this is going to take, they're talking probably 18 months to clean up, because with this many organizations exploited, there's not enough cybersecurity experts out there that can mitigate this in a timely fashion. People are going to be queuing up. They're reaching out and calling in and saying, help, help, help. How do we solve this? And there's not enough people to go around.
Well, this is also a good reminder that as you're patching is to pay attention to what year or version of Exchange you have. And if you are on an older version, all the way back to 2003, that it'd be a good time to even refresh and upgrade to the latest version, assuming that you're not compromised. But that sounds like it's a pretty nasty one out there.
Yeah, it's up there with the SolarWinds attack, definitely.
Wow. Okay, well, we'll include links to all those details, of course, in the show notes.